Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing this fully custom Ford F-350. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the National GMC here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. This particular F-350 is available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for David. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have the 6.7 liter high output power stroke that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It puts out 500 horsepower and then 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So at the very top, you guys can see we've got the cab lights, and then popping down below, Super Duty stamped into the front of the hood. And then this is where things get pretty dang crazy. So you guys can see that inside the headlight bezel, it's actually been body painted all throughout. Really cool look. And then notice that continues onto the grille. Parts of the grille have been blacked out, and then notice the Ford logo again. You've got parts of it that are body painted. And then this theme continues onto the bumper. I mean, even with the fog light housing, like, they made sure to take care of everything. And yeah, when you put it all together, it definitely has a unique look, that's for sure. Now around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 37 by 12.5 by 22 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheel design, you've got fuel wheels, deep dish wheels on this particular one, and then super aggressive knobby tires as well. And then this is lifted, so here's a quick look at the whole suspension setup. And if you guys don't know, the Ford F-350 does have a solid front axle as well as a solid rear axle as well. But yeah, pretty cool looking setup. And then notice even here has been painted, which is really cool. And then you have your 6.7L Power Stroke badge notes blacked out. And you guys can see with the mirror caps, those have been painted. And then notice the little light's been tinted. And then you guys can see with the side steps there, door handles have been painted. Even the bedside step to match with the theme has been painted. That is attention to detail, let me tell you. And then here's a quick look at everything in the rear. And here's your full side view with the trucks. You guys can see the stance with the lift, the tires, with the wheels, all of that. Obviously, got tons of negative offset. And then in the back, you guys can see with the tail lights here. Really cool what they've done with all of the cuts there. And then yeah, even the little side bumper steps have been painted right there. And then you guys can see the parking sensors here on the back end. And then look at the Ford logo. Yeah, that's so cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before. So it definitely pops. Even this part on the mirror, you can see like all of it's been painted. That's pretty cool. And then inside you'll find the Lariat interior. So you've got stuff like blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. The mirrors do extend out. Bang & Olufsen sound system. You've got the upgraded leather seats. As you can see, let's see what getting in's like. So leg up, grab handle. Yep, another truck where you definitely don't want to skip leg day, that's for sure. That's cool. But yeah, they've left the interior to be stock here, so you guys can see with the steering wheel, the full digital gauge cluster. Anyways, we've got the big display here. You guys can see you've got stuff like the camera system, diesel exhaust brake, hill descent control, and then you can see you've got dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats, trailer brake controls, your drive line select. Notice we have a rear locking differential as well. Wireless phone charging pad. You can see all the stuff here with the center console. And then this does have like a full panoramic sunroof. You got all the auxiliary switches here at the top as well. So again, loaded up Lariat. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, just do a blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And this should be fun. Solid axles, big lift, big tires, big wheels. Now this is the definition of having fun with the turning radius. Okay, let's see. Honestly, it's not that bad. But yeah, you definitely will get an arm workout with this truck. The thing about these big pickup trucks is like you got to be in good shape to be able, because like you have to be able to jump in and out of the truck, and then obviously with the steering and everything, you get like a little bit of an upper body workout. So this truck is for those that keep up with their physical fitness. I'm just joking, but anyways, let us set off here. Man, that high output power stroke, it's just right off the bat, it's so torquey. Now braking, it's normal kind of HD truck braking. I don't feel like the bigger tires really affect things too much. Actually rides pretty well for having, you know, chunky mud terrains and 22s. I find that to be quite impressive. We'll see over the manhole cover. Yeah, it's doing a really good job, actually. Quite impressed with that so far. And see, going through the little dip here. I mean, I would say it handles it very well. By the way, that's my tripod, for those of you wondering. Let me see if I can get that to be a little bit quieter. I will say though, compared to like a stock F-350, it is a little bit of a bumpier ride. It's kind of what you expect with a lift, and then again the bigger wheels and tires. It's definitely going to change the driving dynamics. But I mean, when you're on smooth pavement, it's fine. It's the bumps that kind of do a little bit of funny stuff, but it's not bad at all. It's a lot easier to drive than I expected. I mean, like this truck, it's always hard to capture on camera. Like this truck's huge. When you see it in person, it's intimidating. Looks really cool though, obviously. See, turning through here. I want to do like lock to lock to see if it rubs at all. Okay, so that's all the way. Gosh, it looks so cool to see it in the window there. Ah, so cool. Yeah, no rubbing, which is good. Yeah, the thing that I'm super, like, most impressed with is the high output power strokes really moving all this very easily. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's like a freight train. Seriously, it's insane how fast this is. So I guess we'll get into summing things up here with this. First off, when it comes to obviously, you know, the normal Lariat stuff, seat comfort's good because you got these nice leather seats, air conditioned seats, all of that, so I think that's all great. Ride quality, you know, compared to a stock truck, you do concede, you know, some ride quality, I will say that. I think a lot of that would be fixed if you did smaller wheels, bigger tires. But, you know, it's the price you pay for the cool looks that this has. This has the, you know, looks like, this literally looks like a show truck. Really does. And then, you know, aside from that, I think it drives well for a lifted truck. It looks a lot more intimidating to drive than it actually is to drive, if that makes sense. Again, you look at this and you're like, man, this is going to be quite the ordeal with driving it, right? You're gonna be like, this is a lot to handle. But then when you actually drive it, it's not nearly as bad as you would expect, again, given the size and everything. So let me know what you guys think about this build with this big F-350 with the high output. But I mean, this is, I mean, from a power perspective, this is a great truck to lift because, I mean, it's got so much horsepower, so much torque that, like, it doesn't matter how big the tires are. This engine will move them.